Huh? Please behave, man. Okay. Now, question number three. Find the local maxima and local minima if any of the following functions. Find also the local maxima and the local minimum values as the case may be. Now, what do you mean by local maxima and local minima? So, what do you mean by that thing? Let us discuss that. Now, look at here. If I have a function, now function can be the graph of a function can be anything. Now, suppose I have a function that looks like this one. Suppose I have a function that looks like this one. Now look at here. If somebody asks you to find a maximum value, you see what you will do? You will find the slope, and if the slope is changing from positive to negative, if the slope is changing from positive to negative, you will tell that this one is the maximum value, right? But the slope is also changing in here also positive to negative. The slope is also changing from positive to negative. So this is also maximum value. Again, in here also positive to negative. So this is also maximum value. So how many maximum values a function can have? So these functions, these maximum values are known as local maxima. Why local maxima? Why local maxima? Because they are heroes of their locality. They are maximum values of their locality, and their locality is this much. So in this locality, he is the maximum value. So that's why he is known as local maximum value. Now in this locality, he is the maximum value. So that's why it is known as local maximum value. Everyone clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Now same goes with local minimum value. Local minimum value, we know that condition. What is local minimum value? That the slope is changing from negative to positive. So here you see the slope is negative and here you see positive. Slope is changing from negative to positive. So this point gives us our minimum value. Again, slope is changing from negative to positive. So this point is our minimum value. Again, slope is changing from minimum to positive, negative to positive. Again, this one is the minimum value. So there are so many minimum values are in here. So we will get the term local minimum value from where? If I say this one to be the locality, in this locality this is the minimum value, so local minimum value. In this locality this one is the minimum value. So like this way a function can have numerous local maximum value and numerous local minimum value. Understood? Yes or no? I hope it's clear. Now let's move on to question number 3. So find local maxima and minima. If now they said local maxima. Now local maxima is nothing but local maximum value. Local maxima and local minima. Local minima. Local minima means local minimum value. So find also the local maximum and local minimum values. That's it. Now the first function is given by f. Hey, do you want me to cut you out or what? Now fx is equal to what? X square. So for this function, we need to find the local maxima and local minima. Let's start. So first thing, now there is no more graphs. Now we have to move back to the times where we used to find the slopes, and we have to determine the change in sign of slope. So first, what I will do is I will differentiate this function. So differentiating with respect to x. So what do you get if I differentiate with respect to x? Always remember, when they ask you to find local maxima and local minima, forget about graph. Actually, graph was needed for only those three questions only. After this, there will be no graphs. Okay. So differentiating the functions, what we get? F dash x is equal to 2x. This is what we have the slope to be. Okay. Now after doing this, we need to find the critical point. We need to find the critical point. So for the critical point, for the critical point, f dash x is equal to 0. F dash x equal to 0. So I can say 2x is equal to 0. So therefore x is equal to 0. So we see that x is equal to 0. 0 point is our critical point. So the next step is what? I will draw the number line. I will draw the number line. I will write infinity in here. I will write minus infinity in here. And here I will mark the point 0. So 0 is my critical point. Now tell me a value more than 0. Let us take 1. Let us take 1. So if I take 1 and put that value in the slope, this is my slope. So I will put that 1 in the slope and see whether we are getting positive slope or we are getting negative slope. So when I put x as 1, I get 2, and 2 means what? It's a positive. So if I take any number in the right hand side of 0, I will always get a positive slope. Everyone, yes or no? And if I take a value less than 0, suppose I take x is equal to -1. Now if I put -1 in here, x as -1, so -1 into 2, it gives us our -2. And -2 means what? The slope is negative. Okay. Now if the slope is changing from negative to positive, so what do we have? Do we have the local maxima or local minima? Come on guys, tell me. If the slope is changing from negative to positive, we have the local. Negative means it's going down, and positive means it's going up. Okay, clear? So this is how we find. So write down everyone. Hence the local, the point of, hence the point of local minima, hence the point of local minima is x is equal to 0, and the local minima, local minimum value is equal to f of 0, that is equal to what? That is equal to 0. Okay, clear? I hope it's very clear. Acha, one thing I will tell you guys, that this method which we are doing, this method is known as first derivative test. This is known as first derivative test. There is no importance in that. So first derivative test. Okay, by the name there is first derivative test. Now we will be learning second derivative test. Achha, let me see the second question. Yeah, question number 2. So this is first derivative test. It's just that we are differentiating first time. So first derivative test. So my problem is solved. So we have only local minimum value. Acha, now the next question. Now the next question goes like, gx is equal to x cube minus 3x. X cube minus 3x. Now let us see how to do this one. So first thing I will do what? Differentiating the function with respect to x. Differentiating the function with respect to x. Now if I differentiate the function with respect to x, what do you get? What you get in here is g dash x is equal to 3x square minus 3. So sorry, I'm facing. It's okay. I will upload the video and you can watch the video after this class. So 3x square minus 3. So what we have? So I can take 3 common. So I get x square minus 1. So 3 common, x minus 1, x plus 1. This is what we have, right? So we need to find the critical points. So write down. So write down for the critical points. For the critical points. Now I will teach you another method. For the critical points, g dash x is equal to 0, or 3 into x minus 1, x plus 1 is equal to 0. So from here what do we see? That x is equal to 1 or x is equal to minus 1. So these are the two things which we get. Okay. These are the two critical points we get. Now listen very carefully. Now we are not going to do with the, what should I say, that number line thing. Now we'll learn a new method, that is second derivative test. Now what is that second derivative test? I will tell you. So first we have done the first derivative test, that is differentiating first. Now write down by second derivative test. By second derivative test. I will explain this after this. Doing this one, I will explain this. What is second derivative test? What's the main reason we are doing second derivative test? Now, second derivative from the very word. You see, I will just differentiate this one. I will just differentiate this gx function twice. So I'm just differentiating g dash x. So if I differentiate g dash x, so tell me what you get. If I do differentiation of g dash x, what do you get? G double dash x. Yes or no? We have done, what should I say, second order derivative. So I get g dash double dash x as 6x. So by second derivative test, we get this thing. Now listen very carefully. What is the main reason of doing this thing? So first thing you see, why am I doing g double dash x? Now look at here. Gx is a function. Can anybody tell me what is g dash x? G dash x is what? G dash x is what? Achha, let me do it on a new page. Gx is the function. It is the function. Now, what is g dash x? Guys, tell me fast. G dash x is nothing but change in the function with respect to x. Yes or no? Yes or no? Please tell me. This one is very, very important. Change in function with respect to x, or or slope, or the slope. Yes or no? Jaldi batao. Yes or no? This one is my first derivative test. This one is my first derivative test. That gives my g dash x. Now, I am doing second derivative test. I am doing second derivative test. Up second derivative test. Why am I doing that? What is the necessary thing of second derivative test? Now, what is second derivative test? We need to know. Then I will understand. Second derivative test is g double dash x. Now, what is g double dash x? G double dash x is d dx of g dash x. And d dx of g dash x means what? It means change in g dash x with respect to x. ये तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा. Change in g dash x with respect to x. What is that? What is that? I don't know. But when I write this thing, or change in slope, change in slope with respect to x. Everyone, do you understood this one? Yes or no? Please tell me. Please tell me, do you understood this one or not? It's just like speed. If you do dvdt, if you do dsdt, speed को अगर मैं sorry, अरे speed, distance. If I do differentiation of distance, what I get? Speed. And if I do again differentiation of speed, what I get? Acceleration. Yes or no? Yes or no? And acceleration is what? Change in speed, right? With respect to time. In the same way, g double dash x is what? Change in slope with respect to time, with respect to x. Everyone understood? Yes or no? Yes or no? Come on, man. If you say no, then I will repeat again. If you say yes, then I can